you guys follow me, which you obviously should, whether it's on Twitter, Threads, or obviously Instagram, you'll notice that I tweeted out that Uzi, the Pink Tape, it's on pace to sell 165,000 copies. Now, I have to be honest with you because um, I seen a lot of people looking at it and they start looking at it in a very weird light. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Uzi fan pages have to take they're gonna have to take some blame for this. Uzi fan pages put out a incorrect number earlier on, saying that Uzi was supposed to sell between like either 200 and 230 or 220
250.
between
No,
two
it was 200 to 250, which
yeah,
is
yeah,
crazy.
like
You can't have
220
it
to
pretty.
250. That was never a confirmed number. That was people doing amateur calculations and also just, being fans and trying to wish it into existence. That just wasn't the case. Um, Uzi Pink Tape is scheduled to be selling around 165,000 from what I've seen. I don't want to give you no preliminary thoughts. Um, that number is accurate, but whether it lands at 175, whether it lands at 160, whether it lands at 150 or 155 is going to you'll hear about it tomorrow. Here's my thing on it. I don't think Uzi flopped. Now,
Hell no.
here I'm going to be very honest. I think this album is not exactly what people expected. By the way, when I listened to the album, I know I didn't listen to it live with y'all, but I heard it in studio. It was a few songs when I heard it live that was very reminiscent of this is what me as a Uzi fan loves. And then this was also progressive Uzi. Now, I have a little bit more understanding than y'all because I talked to the nigga before. And when I talked to him, he said a few things. He said, number one, um, when comparing his art to whether a future or whatever, he said, I'm more like Young Thug because I like to be experimentative. I like to try new things. I could keep doing things that I've done before, but I want to push the envelope. Um, Second of all, he made sure to, at least for me, he played music and songs that I was like, oh, yeah, these are the type of songs I like. Now, granted, I don't know what his plan is. I think he has much more music to deliver. I don't think he wanted to do this as an EA process where he's like, hey, I'm dropping one week and the next week. This was supposed to be, if you ask me, and this is only my opinion, this was supposed to be a mixtape. And this mixtape has gotten so much pressure and so much anxiety, I think, got built up on his part because people expected so much that he felt he had to do more. He wanted to create this body of work, but he doesn't want to let down his fans. To me, I think it's cool. This is not an album. The Pink Tape, let me repeat, is not an album. This is not what his original vision is for it. By the way, will it count as an album? It probably will.
Yes.
He has other music that he's planned to put out, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope he doesn't drop as a response to fans being upset. Trust me, when I talked to Uzi, I heard a person who wanted to be the person who people fell in love with, which is a person who was willing to take chances, but he didn't want to be the person who didn't deliver. And that was really hard to do because it felt like for him, he had to keep doing the things that y'all love or keep making the same stuff or not really get the chance to grow as an artist. Um, that's as much as I took away from that. So everything I kind of heard, I heard him being influenced. I heard him learning. I heard him trying. I heard him being an artist. And again, hopefully I get him off the record. I talked to him about it like 2 days ago, actually. Hopefully it happens. Bro, he was just so honest. He was so honest and humble. He was just like, yo, Act, I know you think like I'm just like the GOAT because I've created all these great songs and great music you love. But trust me, I'm figuring shit out now too. I want to progress. I want to grow. I want to get better. I want to, like, I'm working with new instrumentals that I've never fucked with before. Like, if you brought these instrumentals to 2016, I'd be lost. He's like, music is changing. And I'm trying to Like, it was so honest with him saying that. I thought he was gonna be so arrogant, like, oh no, I'm the fucking GOAT. Y'all gonna like what I put out. And he was like, yo, I'm working on this shit, and trust me, people are gonna enjoy it, but I have to have that little room to grow and room to, okay, let me do this a little bit different. Because if I'm forced, this is what I got from it. If I'm forced to just give people what they want in Love Is Rage,
He'll be stuck in a
that's
box.
I'll be stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you could call it accurate copping, please. I probably am, but I talked to the nigga before the nigga played me his music. And when you talk to somebody, is nigga who don't talk that much, and he plays
Yeah.
his music, I'm sorry, maybe I'm coming off defending it, but I'm like, nah, you
Yeah,
know
that's
what?
what I was
I
about to
understand it.
ask you. Like, you don't. He did good. Act like 165 is amazing. Like,
I
I
think
think that's great. You don't gotta. Like, you
I
don't gotta defend that shit. That shit
no
is
no
good. These
no
niggas
no.
is selling
His numbers never
15K.
his numbers never got to be defended, but I do know his fans because I'm one of those people. And when I sat in that room with him when he played the album, he says, "Act, I know you've been one of my biggest fans. I know you love so much of my music, but you also have to know that I have to also grow and create. I know the music that you fucking love. I know it." And hearing that was like, okay, cool. So it's not like he's out of touch, but also you have somebody who is not trying to just, oh, okay, I'm glad that I came in at the right spot and I'm Lil Uzi Vert. Let me just try to keep making the music that makes you feel like this is 2016 to 2018, and that if you love that music, he's fucking trying. So again, I give him that leeway because he's an artist. The sales, I think the sales are fine. I look at it and I see it, to me, was 60% experimental and 40% shit that I know is in his pocket. When I hear him tweet out that, yo, do y'all want him to give y'all whatever, that's because he knows his fans. And he's very perceptive. And he didn't go away or didn't drop for a couple of years to not give his fans what he wants, what y'all want. So he got what y'all want, but he also wants y'all to grow with him a bit. And I think that's hard to do. So I know at some point he's gonna drop more music. His songs thus far, again, not all them songs was for me. I'll tell y'all that now. But do I think that he was a failure? Fuck no. Do I think that it didn't sound good? The songs that I enjoyed, of course I liked it. Do I think the sales are a failure? Fuck no. The Pink Tape was supposed to be kind of like a quasi tape of, yo, I ain't dropped for a while. Here's the Pink Tape. I got other shit coming on. One thing I'll say about him, pressure is a huge thing for these artists. And, you know, I remember constantly asking that question of, it's fucking hard when you're an artist where people expect you to be, like, you to drop 80 points a game. But really, you're working on your fadeaway jump shot and shit. Maybe you're not gonna have the best games for the next like couple weeks, but people are like, nah, we don't want to hear that. We want you to be whatever. So, hey, call it coping or whatever. Call it accurate, making excuses. Um, I liked what I heard, but also if it was an album, I'd probably be a little bit harder. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it was a
Okay.
That shit was successful, Act.
Here's a question. Here's a
Hey,
question.
Ak, how many
No,
songs you
no,
think
hold
gonna
on,
go
hold on, hold
top
on,
10?
hold on, all of them, like 3, 4 of them. But no, Act, did you hear any songs that wasn't on the Pink Tape? Yes or no?
I feel like I did. There's a few, so here's the interesting part. There's a few songs that I heard that I'm going back and I'm trying to find on the joint and I haven't found it.
You didn't like Rehab? I love Rehab. That's my favorite song.
No. I'm talking about songs I heard when he played me the shit. You get what I mean? Like, all right, bet. Because he didn't play me 27 songs, by the way. I think he had a palette of songs that he's like, yo, I'm gonna play these for Act. We took shots, we were chilling, we were talking shit, blah blah. It's like, yo, check this out, right? Like obviously the one with him and Travis, they like yeah, right? But like there was a particular group of songs, like he wasn't hitting me with the all rock songs. That's what I'm saying. He's perceptive. He's like, Act, I know what you like. I'm gonna play you certain songs, but also I gotta tell you about what the fuck I'm into, what the fuck I've been trying.
He didn't play you the song with Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely?
No.
I should have been there, bro. Man,
Did you hear the song with Nicki before?
No.
I thought that was gonna be the first song in hip hop to go #1 of the year, but I guess we're gonna have to wait on Drake.
You probably heard Love Is Rage 3.
No,
Well,
I don't think so.
No. I think it's a mix. Yo, what y'all think is Lover's Rage 3 or whatever the case is? I think Uzi has just palettes of songs. And I'm telling you, this is just my only personal opinion. I think Uzi sees other people, and I think he's one of those too. He's pushing the envelope. Like, I told you, the entire time I was with Uzi, what I was most shocked about the most is I remember telling him, and no disrespect to Destroy Lonely or Ken Carson, maybe, I don't know, I was lit, so maybe it came off disrespectful, but I remember saying to him, because he was saying, yo, Act, I know you think I'm like this GOAT at music, but like right now, this is their time, and I'm inspired by them. And I remember just saying to him, I'm like, yo, Uzi, what the fuck are you talking about? You're the fucking GOAT, okay? Like, they're in the room, too. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm just looking at him like, yo, Uzi, all right, hold on. No disrespect, Ken Carson. You're the GOAT. We just love you. Whatever you do. And, like, he was just so complimentary, and I was just like, oh, shit. Like, this is a nigga who is so fucking humble that he's able to say that some of the new guys coming up and doing their thing, he says they're pushing him. He's not just like, he could let his nuts hang and be like, yo, man, this nigga's, he's inspired by this and me. No, he was fucking complimentary to the utmost. And shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That was like really impressive, you ask me.
Hey, man, I like that he put Baby Metal on the album, bro, and in Rehab.
Facts.
He put some anime. He put some anime on that motherfucker, bro. Can he hate? You probably would not like that song, so I don't know if you heard that. You definitely
I
probably
like the Chop Suey song, bro. That one was fire.
I hope he's not being hard on himself because the project was good and honestly his numbers was amazing, bro. Personally.
amazing.
Hey,
though,
facts.
like,
I'm glad you said that. I honestly believe that's what it is, bro. I think Uzi is probably one of his harshest critics. Bro, I could tell, like, me and him talking, he was describing just like, it's just so fucking hard to be him as an artist who wants to grow, but not also be beholden to these numbers, don't want to be beholden to, you know, an entire fan base and also like an entire like part of culture saying, oh, we didn't get what we want. Like
I get it.
imagine a fan base saying we didn't get what we want.
This is
It's
about
like,
what you want as the artist, bro.
True.
well, it's hard to do. It's hard to be like,
You gotta
nah,
say fuck these niggas, bro. If
You
Cardi would have
right.
said, nah, I'm gonna listen to what everybody want. I'm gonna get them pissy pamper Cancun. No, nigga, you gonna listen to
But
whatever the fuck I give you, nigga. If you
yo,
don't like it, suck my dick.
boom. Why? The reason why I said that his numbers is great is because the niggas in his era, half them niggas can't even do 15K, 20K, bro. So I feel
You
like
keep
it's great for Uzi.
facts. You keep bringing up the numbers. What if you're not worried about the numbers? What if you really
No,
think that people think his album is trash?
No, I don't think that he worried about if people think his album is trash. He's worried about the numbers. All of these artists is worried about the numbers. It's the
Well,
numbers that
no,
put them to pressure.
I wouldn't say he's worried because I remember, like, bro, when he dropped the first cover art, allegedly, like Uzi Rare updates made him change the cover art to a different cover art. So like people tell him shit and he switches it up and shit. And sometimes he got to just believe in what he believe. You know what I'm saying? And just
I agree.
what he want to believe.
I'm surprised, all surprised, because there was an interview with Zane Lowe where Uzi has said for the longest time that he's not that confident with the music he makes.
I don't believe that. I think you know he.
He said
no,
that
I
on
believe that.
Lowe.
No, hold on. The reason why is that, bro, he was describing what just great music was to me, and he was just like, people don't realize how much it's changing. That's when he talked about the "I Want to Rock" song. He was just like, yo, that song's trash. He was just
I
like,
know
yo,
it was a leak.
well, he said, I fucked around and I made it. It was like, this is not a song that I worked on hard and I came out of it. I'm like, yo, I hope people loved it. And he's like, yo, there's might be people that's going to this album thinking, oh, I'm going to have a bunch of Jersey Club. He was like, no, that's not what this is. And he was just like, yo, that's just the dynamic of music. You have something where somebody works on for forever, it doesn't materialize, and then something that somebody fucked around with, it's the biggest song.
Yep,
So-
that's how every
Yo,
hit
real
song
quick
works.
though, I was half asleep listening to the stream, but I gotta say this. Well, if did nobody mention the fact that his music sound like he biting Cardi, like, and then Cardi, how it sound like your music is biting Cardi wannabes?
How it
I
sound
don't
like-
think so, bro. He's just exploring his sound, bro. It don't sound like
And
the old Uzi. It sound like
sometimes
he's
we can be
elevating,
honest,
bro.
but sometimes we can be honest. And
So
sometimes
Cardi's the first nigga to have a guitar and rock beats
You're
on his album.
bugging,
Because
Kyrie.
if anything, Cardi
no,
biting
I'm
Lil
not
Wayne.
bugging. I'm just being honest. Let me
Well,
finish.
no. If anything, Cardi biting Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne was the first nigga to do a rock
That's cool.
album.
That's cool. We can say that about both of them though. That you taking it back to
Hey,
Lil Wayne.
hey, hold on. I'll keep it all the way 100.
Because if
My
Pac
personal
was in
opinion,
the studio with Ken Carson and he was looking up to
my
those niggas,
personal
that's what it
opinion,
sounds.
Playboy Cardi's influencing everybody.
That's true.
I'm just sorry to say. I think Playboy Cardi is influencing YoungBoy. I feel like he's influenced Uzi to a certain extent. He's obviously influenced Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, and a shit ton of other niggas. And I'm gonna
Bro,
be honest
X
with
was
you.
doing that though. X was doing that before Cardi though.
No, but that's the point I'm making. I think both of these.
Bro, X was doing that before Cardi though. Like we not gonna act like Cardi just the fucking
Yeah, the
blueprint
God.
of rock
Like,
of
he's
rock
not
rap
God.
music, bro.
Like,
Real
he's not
quick,
God.
all I'm asking is what happened to niggas saying biting is trash? Because that's what it sounds like, bro.
No,
I don't
hold
think
on.
he's biting
Wait,
though,
wait.
bro. You're
I
bugging.
don't think
I'm being
even
honest.
Cardi would even remotely say it's Biden. I think these guys have cracked a new wave, and it's a new wave for the youth. I think Playboy Cardi is probably the guy who stepped on the moon first with it, but you're seeing a bunch of new rappers go down this realm and kind of redefine it and kind of mold it into their own. And I think this is why Uzi's also down this realm. By the way, I'm telling y'all this too.